Hello, we are playing Monday Night Raw, Total Extreme Wrestling 2008. We're on the road to WrestleMania 24. I've wanted to do a TEW series for a while. I'd not really known what to do. I still don't know what I want to do, if I'm being honest. But I just went, screw it, I'm just going to do something, because if I don't do something, I'll do nothing. So I'm doing something, and we're doing a 2008 save, because that's just what I'm feeling at the minute. We have some pre-show matches, so we'll quickly go through those before we go into the main show. Picture pack, completely made by me, by the way. I've spent like 2 days making it all. So we've got Jillian Hall versus Natty Neidhart. I imagine these pre-show matches are for Heat. We don't have Heat as a show, but it was around. Somehow. They actually reached the 500th episode around this time. Me showing off my knowledge, so I got 32, who cares? The Highlanders, they beat Kristen York and Yoshitatsu. They're both in our developmental. I picked them because they're two guys I wouldn't mind potentially bringing up to ECW. Christian York, doing quite well. So, maybe he'll be appearing on ECW anytime soon. Don't know anything about him, but he performed quite well. I like the look of him from this picture. So, outperformed the Highlanders. Legendary wrestlers, of course. And the main event of Heat, what a main event. Jim Duggan versus Charlie Haas. Jim Duggan is visibly tiring in a 7-minute match, which, yeah, fair enough in 2008. But he wins against Charlie Haas. Haas easily outperforms Jim Duggan. That's not impressive at all. But honestly, not a bad match, considering Jim Duggan is in it. Don't worry, we'll be seeing more of him tonight. So, we're doing revisionist history. John Cena did win the Royal Rumble. Hornswoggle is Mr. McMahon's son. However, William Regal is not the general manager. We'll get into that later on, but we open Raw. John Cena comes out. He's back. He returned at the Royal Rumble. Everyone is kind of excited because we weren't expecting it, but it's John Cena in 2008. He goes, "I'm back. Did you miss me?" And he's like, "I've got an important decision to make. WrestleMania, I get to pick which World Championship I go for. Obviously, I'm here on Raw. I'm going to be here on Raw all the time. I could go for the WWE Championship. It's a championship I've won before multiple times. I'd love to have it again. Randy Orton's the champion. Don't really get along with him. Would like to kick his ass. So maybe I go for that. Maybe I could go to SmackDown. Go for the World Heavyweight Championship. It's a championship I've never won. Edge is the World Heavyweight Champion. Don't really get along with him. Would like to kick his ass. So maybe. Then there's the ECW Championship. So anyway, I've got a really important decision to make. What title do I go for? And Randy Orton comes out the WWE Champion. And Randy says, "John, if you're smart, you won't pick me for WrestleMania. In your absence, I have took control of Monday Night Raw, and I am more dangerous than ever. If you are a smart man, you will not step in the ring with me, because I will put you right back on that injured list. If you want to see what I can do, you'll see in the Elimination Chamber match, when I defend my WWE Championship, and I show why I am the most dominant superstar in the WWE today, when I defeat 5 other men and go to WrestleMania 24. I will walk in to WrestleMania 24 and I will not be competing in the main event again, if you are a smart man." Randy Orton warning Cena, "Don't pick me, you don't want that." Scores a 90 rating. Honestly, with these two, kind of fair enough. Cena's storyline has Road to WrestleMania has lost heat. The Raw Chamber has automatically advanced. I've done a lot of these automatically advances. I don't really do that in my saves a lot, so I decided I'd do them. To my knowledge, it doesn't increase or decrease the rating of the storyline. It just keeps it going as it currently is. Unless, like, maybe it's a really, really bad segment. I don't know. We have our first match, which is an Elimination Chamber qualifier. I imagine as Cena and Orton's in the ring, Umaga's music hits as Jim Ross is telling us this is the first Chamber qualifier. And it's Umaga versus Finlay, and Umaga wins. Decent match. We have a spot during the match where Hornswoggle comes out and he tries to distract Umaga. He kind of distracts him enough for Finlay to regain advantage, but Umaga still wins, and Umaga will be in the Elimination Chamber match. So Umaga behind bars is going to be a very interesting situation. Orton could be in trouble, and this is only one of his 5 opponents. We then cut backstage. JBL is with Todd Grisham, and he's being interviewed. And JBL says, I know what the WWE Universe wants, which is why I ensure to all of my fans and all of the WWE Universe that Jeff Hardy will not be in the Elimination Chamber match, because I will rip his head off tonight. I will go to No Way Out, and I will become the WWE Champion, and once again become the most dominant WWE Champion in history. The best WWE Champion in history. Because I know what you want, and you want JBL. Yep, we got JBL versus Jeff Hardy in the main event. That's going to go down. Elimination Chamber qualifier. I couldn't find a better picture of JBL other than this one with the American flag. Well, one of him in the ring. So this was the best I could find, and because it's kind of over his shoulder, I couldn't like crop out the flag. So this is the best you're getting for JBL apparently. 75, decent segment. Did well without a script. We didn't rate Todd Grisham on anything because it's Todd Grisham. We then see Cody Rhodes and Hardcore Holly. They're backstage. They're the World Tag Team Champions. They are backstage. They're set up around a TV. Now set to watch the upcoming tag team match between Brian Kendrick and Paul London versus Trevor Murdoch and Lance Cade. I am sure, like everybody else there, are going to enjoy the hell out of this match. It's a 60-foot. That's quite good. London and Kendrick, they get the win over Cade and Murdoch. Yeah, it's surprisingly a pretty good match. This has kind of thrown me... I mean, Kendrick and London carried, absolutely, but really, really impressed. Why the hell was this so? You know what it was? So this mod, it came with some pre-assigned stories. I've changed them. I've changed the stories and got rid of the old ones, but I've still used the old ones that all have really high heat. So I imagine like this storyline would have had like 80, 85 heat, which I'm imagining that carried this to be in a decent match. Otherwise this would have got like 40 something. That's all I can think of as to why this is really good. Yeah, so London Kendrick, they get the win. After the match, Snitsky comes out. Look how ugly he is in HD. Ironically, could not find a HD picture of him, so that's the best we have. And he just beats up all 4 of them. Don't really know why, but he does it, and he stands tall, and then leaves. Apparently Ashley Mazzaro's there, because she's with Paul London. Don't know what's going on there. Don't intend to watch 2008 WWE to find out. But I guess they're a thing. We cut backstage, Triple H and Shawn Michaels. This is your generic D-Generation X segment, backstage segment from around this time. they're just bantering. They've both got Elimination Chamber qualifiers next week. I believe Triple H is against Mark Henry. Shawn Michaels is against Mr. Kennedy. Yeah, they talk about, hey, we both want to qualify for the Chamber. We might have to work together in the Chamber because not looking good for us. We got Umaga in there. We got Randy Orton in there. He doesn't like us. We're going to have either Chris Jericho or William Regal in there. They're not going to work with us. And then we could have Jeff Hardy in there. Don't really think he'd get along with us though, neither. Or JBL, he's not going to get along with us. So it's us against the world. It's DX against the world here in the Chamber. We kind of got to work together. And yeah, they're just bantering in the way DX bantered in this time. 84. Whatever. And then John Cena is walking. We see John Cena backstage and he's talking with Maria. They're just having a little chat. Maybe Maria's asking for an autograph. I don't know. Whatever. And then Santino Marella comes in and he's pissed off that John Cena, or John Cena as he would call him at this time, he's pissed off that he's talking to his girlfriend. He's like, you don't talk to Maria, she's my girlfriend, not yours. And John Cena's like, whoa, chill out, don't mean no harm. And he's like, I can see you're irritated, I can see you're pissed off. Well, to be honest, I want to get back in the ring. So how about this? How about I'll find a partner, and how about me and my tag team partner face you and Maria Kanellis tonight in a mixed tag match? Santino agrees to the match, and we've got a mixed tag later tonight, but who's John Cena's tag partner going to be? We're going to have to find out. 65, pretty good segment. John Cena definitely carried. Our next match is kind of just a match to fill out time. Really good match though. William Regal doing amazing. Defeats Super Crazy in a match. Yeah, to go on to that. This roster is paper thin as hell. I struggled to book this show. To fill the time out. Yeah. I didn't intend to have Regal wrestle tonight, but because I like to keep it semi-realistic to the time period, and matches were shorter in this time, so I don't really want too much going over 10 minutes other than like main events and high-level matches. So yeah, I was really struggling. I have no clue how during this time period you would have wrestlers not appear on TV for months at a time, because it's honestly impressive. As is this match rating. Big win from Regal. Let's go on to our next segment. It's a little vignette. We are told the Hart Dynasty will be making their Monday Night Raw debut next week. 25. Yeesh. We saw Natalya on Heat. That's non-canon, so who cares? We'll see how they can perform next week, where they're going to have a match. No, debut. Let's see. Vince McMahon's backstage and he appoints Mike Adamle the Raw General Manager for now, because Vince has to deal with family business, aka Hornswoggle. That bastard son. That little bastard son. Yeah, Vince carried this segment to be quite good. Yeah, so Mike Adamle is your interim Raw General Manager. What will he get up to? What WWE shenanigans will he get up to? Then we see John Cena backstage and he's talking with Mickie James, asking if she wants to be his partner tonight, and she agrees. So we're set. John Cena and Mickie James versus Santino Marella and Maria. 81 segment, really good. Thank you, John Cena. Then we have a women's match. Again, this is just to fill out time. Beth Phoenix beats Ashley Mazzaro in about 6 minutes. Yeah, Beth Phoenix, the women's champion, just kind of showing her skill. It was obviously rated by Eye Candy because that is the time period. I don't like doing it, but you kind of have to in this time period. But decent rating, nonetheless. And then Todd Grisham, he's getting around and he's interviewing Jeff Hardy this time. And Jeff Hardy, he says that he believes in 2008. 2008 is going to be his year. He can feel it in the air. He feels that this year he's going to become WWE Champion. And the road begins tonight. The ride starts now. He beats JBL, qualifies for the Chamber. That's his chance. He can win the title, go into WrestleMania as WWE and Intercontinental Champion. And he's only got to beat JBL tonight. That's not too bad. And then Jeff Hardy, if anyone can survive the Elimination Chamber, it's gonna be Jeff Hardy. Decent rating. And again, just continuing to build to that main event. Mickie James is coming out for the mixed tag match. I imagine Cena, Santino, and Maria have already came out. But Mickie James comes out and she's attacked by Melina. And it's a vicious attack. Like, she's just beating her on the outside, maybe slamming her head into the outside floor, maybe into the barricade. And then, with a kind of psychotic look in her eye, she gets up on the apron. And Cena's like, okay, I guess this is what we're doing. So it's John Cena and Melina versus Santino and Maria. They still win. During the match, so I imagine it starts with Cena and Santino for a bit, and Cena is kind of just dominating. Then we kind of get a tag out to the women. They do a little bit of stuff. Then we get a tag back into the men. Cena again is continuing to kind of dominate over Santino. Meanwhile, Maria is on the apron. Carlito, he comes out, and he's just kind of chilling out, and Maria feels drawn to Carlito for some reason, and she leaves with him, leaving Santino in a not really a 2-on-1 situation, since Melina isn't beating Santino up, but maybe Santino's just about to go for the tag and Maria gets down, leaves with Carlito, and he's like, oh, what the hell? He turns around, maybe attitude adjustment, lock in the STF, or the STFU. Is it still called the STFU at this time? I don't think it is. Maybe it's just on the verge of the change. But yeah, Cena taps out Santino, and Cena and Melina win the match. Apparently Jillian Hall is with Melina. I don't know why. Handle changes. Oh, well, yeah, we're set to turn Carlito babyface. Okay. We're not doing it yet, though. We're still teasing it. Decent rating. Cena absolutely carrying it. Yeah, I knew this wouldn't be very good other than Cena, which is the main reason why this isn't the main event. I feel like in real life it would have been, but I just knew JBL, Jeff Hardy, is probably going to get a better rating than this. So that's what I did. We get a little vignette revealing that Ric Flair is going to compete on Monday Night Raw next week. Obviously, Flair's career is currently on the line. Next time he loses a match will be his last. And he's going to be competing on Raw next week. And then, backstage, the legend himself. I told you he'd be coming back. Jim Duggan. He reveals that he is Ric Flair's opponent. And he says he is going to retire the Nature Boy. He says, back in the day, I faced Ric Flair for the NWA World Championship. And I lost those matches, but I finally get my revenge on Ric Flair by ending his career next week on Monday Night Raw. Yeah, this is like a random 2-minute promo from Duggan hyping Duggan versus Flair. We then get our main event. It's a 73. Told you to get better than the mixed tag. Great heat, good wrestling. JBL defeats Jeff Hardy in 13 minutes with a clothesline from hell after interference from William Regal. I imagine Jeff Hardy's in control. Maybe he's getting up for the Swanton Bomb, takes off the jacket, takes off the tank top, the top that he wears, throws it, because he likes to do that. He still likes to do it now for some reason. Yeah, this when Regal makes his appearance, maybe he runs He maybe runs down from the ramp, maybe from the crowd, who knows. Maybe he tugs on the leg, knocks him down. Maybe as he's about to get out of the ring, Regal connects with a set of brass knuckles, kind of knocking him out. And JBL picks him up, clothesline from hell. JBL's distracting the ref, obviously, while the brass knuckles are in play. Cover, JBL wins. JBL will be in the Elimination Chamber. So our current field was set for Randy Orton, Umaga, and JBL. Next week, our qualifiers, we've got William Regal versus Chris Jericho, Triple H versus Mark Henry, Shawn Michaels versus Mr. Kennedy. So we'll find out the rest of the field next week. Jeff Hardy, the Intercontinental Champion, not going to be in that match, thanks to William Regal. And we end the show with a 70, where Regal just kind of continues his attack on JBL. Maybe the shot with the brass knuckles has busted Jeff Hardy open. He kind of puts him in the Regal stretch. It's kind of tough to watch. That is the use of the word brutally here in this segment. It is quite difficult to watch. I don't even really know what he does, but it is a vicious attack. In a way, William Regal would deliver a vicious attack. Yeah, and William Regal stands tall to end Monday Night Raw over the Intercontinental Champion. We end the show though. We have a post-show bout, just a 6-man tag. I decided to have Jerry Lawler team with DX, simply because I thought it would be funny. And they face 3 heels. Orton sustains a distracted thigh muscle. That doesn't sound too bad. I will provide an update when we get to the next segment. Only a 51 rating. Yeah, they really could not be bothered with this, could they? They could not be. They were half-arsing this match, weren't they? That's Raw, though. It scores... Oh, it didn't click for some reason. Scores a 78. That's quite good, all things considered. Considering this show, I am surprised we got a 78. This 90 rating definitely helping us out. A lot of these segments pretty much helping us out. It was really only the matches that brought us down. That's 73, that's our best, followed by the 69 with Regal and Super Crazy. Yeah. Yeah, pretty good show. Definitely helped from us kind of abusing the existing storylines. This is Raw. I will see you on ECW, but before then, I'll just take a look at Randy Orton's injury. I don't think it's going to be too bad, but we'll quickly look. Right, quickly before we get on to ECW, here's Randy Orton's injury. Yep, few days to fully heal. He'll continue to wrestle. We'll go on to medical. Here you can see all the other guys that aren't here. 2 days. Yeah, knew he'd be absolutely fine. So, we got ECW on Sci-Fi. Let's go on to that. You've seen a little bit of some surprises. Ooh, Ziggler. Ooh, Evan Bourne. Ooh, Paul Burchill. Ooh, Braden Walker. He was already here, but who cares? Anyway, ECW. Let's go.